Welcome to the Fireside Tribe Podcast by Triple A. We are a community that sits together and deliberate over Cameroonian culture, specifically through the lens of Cameroonian music. Our goal is to enlighten you, expose you, and introduce you to Cameroonian music. And our aim is just to make sure that at the end of our conversation, you've learned one or two things about Cameroonian music that you didn't know before. With me today are our usual host, ATM, Atem, we have Eunice, and then we have a special guest that we're going to introduce to everybody later on. Welcome again back to the Fireside Tribe Podcast by Triple A. Thank you.
Yo, thank you for that beautiful intro. So our guest today is someone that's really helped shape the Cameroon music and make it feel international. He's known as a camera doctor. This guy has shot more than 1,000 videos in the Cameroon music industry, and we're about to discover he's also done movies. This guy has got the best video for the Canada Awards 2095. He's got best video director for AFIMA Awards. He's been placing the Cameroonian music on the globe, also in the terms of his company, the Cameroon Face Entertainment. This guy has also shot a couple of short films and also directed movies that we're going to discover as we go along the show. Please help me and join me. Welcome on the Fireside Tribe, Dr. Nkeng Stephens.
Let's go.
Yes.
So,
welcome, Dr. Nkeng Stephens.
That's when the
the confetti
the fireworks
comes
go
up.
off.
So
Don't worry.
I get it.
we've been
We'll leave it to our producer.
this interview has been a whole build up. We've been so excited to have you. We prepare for everybody, but this is a huge name. We're kind of nervous to have you and excited at the same time. And then plus your bangwa too. It adds to the excitement. I had to add that.
She was gonna do it.
Why?
She was going to
Did
do
you
it.
have let you talk first?
They've given a great. I don't even think the introduction did you so much justice because we've admired you for a long time with all your work. So tell us a little bit
Yes.
about you.
Okay, so my name is Stephen Kengafak Chongani. So my real name's also known as Dr. Nkeng Stephens. Mr. Would take another shot. So I'm a film producer, film director, editor, cinematographer, colorist, trainer. I'm just everything when it comes to the audiovisual world because I also produce. And I've been in this field for more than 10 years now, close to 20 years, I can say. And I've worked with big brands like MTN, UCB, Johnny Walker, Ngannou, Etofis, just to name a few. Yeah. My vision is basically just inspiring, the Cameroon film and video industry. Also building a culture, a filmmaking culture around our industry and exporting our culture out in the world, making people know that, okay, we Cameroonians can do this. We
out here.
Africans can do this. And also telling our stories differently. Yeah, so basically that's just a short statement of who I am.
So
That's beautiful, man.
we'll start with your name, Dr. Nkeng
Let's
Stephens.
go. Yep.
This doctor, how did it come about, that name, Dr. Nkeng Stephens? How did you?
The kind of way you grow up, your dad wants you to become a doctor. Because my papa might become doctor, go to school, become a
Is
doctor.
that not very typical from a Bangwapa?
Hey, man.
Right, yeah. Go to school, become a doctor. So if you take care of we and all that. Yes, I wanted to do that, but then after when I was in Form 2, I think, I discovered that music was just part of me, I loved music. I wanted to do music. I wanted to be part of the artistic world. So I just decided to listen to my heart instincts and going for it. It wasn't very easy, So along the line, my friends around, I could do videos very well. I could do music very well. I could mix, master, make beats. So they just start calling me doctor, like that kind of man. If you do all the things that you want, bro, you know, and it makes things a little more easy for us back then because we'll not be really getting money for do videos or really, do everything, So I was just like the killer in the studio, helping the artists, see the light, do what they want to do, follow their dreams and all that. So yeah. When I just saw they start calling me doctor and they're like, doctor, 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 I'm like, okay, I'll just adopt this because, they say the doctor don't just follow me through.
But this is amazing, right? Which means either your dad saw something in you, he saw that this guy has the potential to go far, and it was like,
manifestation.
My son, you got to be a doctor. I see in you a doctor, and then you use that. I feel like, because man, I've been watching your videos for like a bit now, because I feel like you cannot watch enough. You cannot watch all of Dr. Nkeng Stephens' video. That's the feeling that I have. More than 1,000 and plus. I was going through. You have a catalog of more than 120 million views. Now, 120 million views is a total collection of your top video views.
Right.
Like, if we put everything together, we're talking about 300 million views that you have curated together just with your video shoots. Right. In my opinion, and from my perspective, and from those statistics, you are actually the most viewed Cameroonian artist and one of the most viewed African artists, African videographers out there. So again, we have to say big up to that. I think we have to take a pause to just actually know who we're talking about, because a lot of people might be seeing you on the show. They don't understand. Yeah. They don't understand the doctor before the king.
Right.
They don't understand the doctor degree where you don't curate onto this thing. It's a whole different level, man. So
no, literally, because if you go to a university and you put those things in they should give you a doctorate. That's it. You have done enough research. You have published enough to qualify for that, educational doctorate. So, man, ATM, you're right.
And it's not a surprise that Red had a whole series where they had you talking about your videographer stuff. That's one of the things I would like to double click on. CNN actually came to you and had an interview with you on some of the stuff that you did. So how is it? How does it feel when you've done? When you're being recognized by these institutions for the work that you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it feels. I just knew it's gonna happen definitely because, starting back then, just a young kid with a vision, and God by his side. I know I don't have to say, I had to do this, and I knew very well that. As long as you keep doing what you're doing and you keep excelling, keep growing, definitely they're going to come to you. Back in the day, like Tavide Boya, I just remember now, I literally bring like all Cameroon started from Akatsi, and everybody was like, they want to see Petit Pays don't come. They're like, oh, they want to see, Longue don't come. They are started with it. We feel like, oh, we could never see these guys, They kept coming to that that's a hood. If you that's a hood, I get my one studio apartment and all that. Stallion.
So what are all these guys coming to do then at your place or in Boyera? What happens that they're all coming there?
No, because they saw the work that was out there, and then they needed the taste of that work. They needed to feel that energy, so they had to come to Boyera. To Great Support Street 8, that hood from backside, they came there, and that was a great feeling. CNN also came. I mean, that was 2020, if I can remember quite well. And I think I was doing the video for Mimi at that time, Javance, yes, and they reached out to us. It was like, okay, we're coming to Cameroon to do this documentary, and we see that you're going to be the best person to fit in, especially for the number of work you've done and how you connect to all of these artists. I was like, okay, that's fine. So they came. It was a great feeling for me, talking about my story out there to CNN, bro. I mean, I CNN, excuse me, I CNN every man on the CI in those days. Time I'm this small, so
dude, when I Google them, they think I'm saying, man. ChatGPT don't start lie.
Yeah,
ChatGPT don't start hallucinate. So I have to make sure I can validate this one. I have to go and find it. And then I saw the interview, and we're going to snippet it definitely when we're editing the show. But yeah, man, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. And that's it. And they were really amazed when they came. They saw the way we were working. They saw the teamwork, how everybody was organized and how we told the stories. They were so amazed, and we kept contact. Up to now, things that they still talk with that journalist, Yeah, so it's a beautiful one. Yeah.
So that statement, that whole slogan of "Okay, take another shot." So I want to know a little bit more about that, because even my grandmother, like, this is how much we're into Cameroon music. My grandmother knows that one. Say take another shot, but when she's talking about the shot, she's talking about how they say shot for Cameroon. It's a drink. That's what she's thinking about. So she knows it. Every time we talk, your song comes on, she say, "Yeah, take another shot." So how did you come up with that?
For that one, it was I think it was inspired by Clarice Peters, but Clarice Peters not even know. Like, I was just watching this video and at the end of the video, there's a place where Clarice Peters said, "Okay, let's take down the crane." I was just like, oh wow, it sounded artistic, even though it was so natural. But I didn't really think of it like, okay, I'm gonna do something. So when I was shooting Salatier's video, Toi et Moi, I think, at the end of the video, I somehow said, "Let's take another shot," which is normal. But then when I was editing the video, I heard that part. I was like, oh, it sounds like what Clarice Peters said. And I was like, okay, let me try to put it at the end to see how people could receive it, And then I put it in that video, and Oman started questioning me, like, "Bro, you're a professional. Why are you doing this? Remove that dirt at the end of the video." And I was like, okay, since that the caution means something there about them, and I kept on doing it.
Okay.
I kept on doing it.
That's dope. Yeah. It's like if they're even picking on it, it means they noticed.
Yeah.
And you don't have any artists that have told you, "Hey, I don't want to hear that at the end of my video." Have you had any encounters like that?
No, like, since after that, every artist that I shoot a video for will instead beg me to put it. Like, if I don't put it as a problem, it means you didn't take the video serious or what. You have to put that logo, So, yeah.
You mean you don't want people to see me standing next to you? You don't want that they should know that you are the one that did it, my guy.
It's like at this point, if you don't put it, it means say you don't write letter, you no sign them. Like, you've done something, you have not signed, you have not even taken credit for it. It's a good signature. It's a good way to recognize the kind of work that you do. I feel like I can watch a video sometimes and I don't know who shot it, but at the end, if it's your video, I'm gonna know, right? Because we're gonna see, okay, we take another shot. We're gonna hear that in it, and we're gonna know where it came from.
Yeah, here's how it works for me, right? I'll watch a video, I look at the graphics, I'm like, man, these pictures are so dope coming from Cameroon. Wait, I guess. And I guess, and then I wait. I wait and I say, what did I say?
Yeah.
But interestingly enough, that for you kind of picked it from Clarence Peters on something he said in the video, because also when I watched the videos and I got your take another shot, it kind of reminded me of Clarence Peters, but it's actually much more about the Clarence shot it. He did on all his videos. I was like, oh, it was so cool, and it just became also the signature. Like, if you did a Clarence Peters video, and you didn't have the Clarence shot at the end, then it's probably his apprentice that did it, not him.
Yeah,
like Clarence Peters video, it has to be Clarence shot it.
The Clarence shot it even came like 3 years after the whole "we take another shot" thing was out.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
and
the time for that was Clarice. It was just directed by Clarice Peters, and I think that the only video that we actually talked for the end, and it was probably like the behind the scene, something like that. Yeah, so that's it.
Sometimes I look at your videos, right, and then it's hard for me to imagine a time where Me, I don't do video. When we come here for a task, I be the shoot video. My Canon 6D will be the shoot video, music video. But if you look that video, then you know say na necessary school picking shoot them. So when I see how great your videos are, it's hard for me to picture an amateur stage for you. So then I want to ask this question in two ways. What was your very first video that you shot by that time when you were living from 2, when you were realizing that you got this, and then that video today, like how was it when you look at it now?
I think it should be Daphne. The first video I shot was Daphne Get There. Like Daphne Get There. And yeah, the video I shot this on YouTube, you know. And when I look at it, obviously I didn't know anything about. I was just starting, so yeah. But when you look at it, you if it tells you, no, this guy had an idea. He knows what he wants to do, even though he doesn't have like the whole knowledge of how he should do it, but he knows what he wants to do. And I can still see that spark, that drive in the video. Yeah. It's Get There by Daphne. Get There
by Daphne. Is that when Daphne was in her reggae days?
No, that's not Rastafari. I think that's Rastafari. Get There, she was just walking in one road, alone, singing, meeting kids and all that. And I actually produced the song too. So yeah. I mean, I'll send you guys a link later on, yeah, so you can watch.
You mentioned that when you were introducing yourself a little bit that you produce, so I linked it to producing videos. But if I understand correctly, you also produce music.
Yeah, I mean, I was an artist before becoming a video director. I was a sound engineer, like a producer, like I produce beats, then I write songs, and then
I really want to go through that journey a little bit. I know we have like a very long queue, and I trust you we're going to make through it, but I'm pretty interested in that journey, in how you went from writing songs, producing, singing, to making videos.
Let me just cut this short. I was in a crew called Rhythms, Rhythms. If you can remember, in those days we used to have this hit song, Honeymoon, and that time was just myself and Casey, Master K right now.
Master K.
That's the way they call him, yes, right now. So it was just two of us doing music, when on a crew, in a duo together. And later on, the Phil Bill came in and joined, and we became three, and then we started working. And at that time, we didn't have money to shoot videos, like I told you guys. And we met Adrenaline to shoot a video, and it be tax-free, so money will not be kept.
All right. So, yeah, Doctor, you were telling us about that journey.
So later on, Phil came in, and then we became three. And then at that time, we wanted to shoot videos, but we didn't have enough money to shoot our videos. So Adrenaline give it price we were like, no, like, but then we still look for the money. We gave it to him. We shot the video. But then at start, and I was like, no, we have to be able to shoot our own videos, because I'd always get that kind of mindset. I don't want me to tip past me. Like, I have to do it. If I say I feel learn the thing, I give a learner it, So I decided, okay, I'm going to learn video. At that time, I was producing and mixing and mastering, producing music. And then I just decided, you know what? I'll start shooting videos so I could shoot videos for ourselves, And that's how I started, the internet not before that time. It was very difficult to have internet. So I began to download tutorials, then to learn, how to do it, because I tried to meet some experts at that time, but they were not willing to show me. They were not willing to walk me through the whole process. And I kind of understand, because that time everybody was like, the small one we know, I want you to keep onto yourself. Me don't mind not tip your idea, Like, information were not out there like how it did now. So any man could just go on YouTube. For getting internet, it be difficult. So when man gets some knowledge, it just keep onto himself. Yeah. So I started.
So that's interesting. So do you feel like when people are unable to show others the craft at that point, right? Is it I mean, your experience, if I understand correctly, your experience was like people were more gatekeeping, and it was not about not having the time, like
Yeah.
to be able to mentor younger people or bring more people into the industry. They were actually more gatekeeping.
Mhm.
That's
That's
kind of what was happening.
That's what they were doing, right?
Which is quite funny, right? Because the way I see it is like if you train more people know the industry grows, because then you have more possibility of doing more, and the quality grows, the competition grows, the knowledge grows, and actually the quality also of what we can produce grow. But actually what we actually realize is that one person knows it, and then it comes like
Bro, what you're saying now is because you're aware to a certain level. I mean, the way we grow for school, the way we have our exams, you give to cover our work, hide our minimum CR and all that. Yeah. So that same mindset is what we all grew up to know. And if you not be some kind of exceptional person where if you try to learn something else, you always be that kind of person where you don't want to show anybody, you want to keep it to yourself. And that's what I experienced, growing up.
And I don't know, and I don't want to add the point. I don't know if now a general mentality, because we never expose ourselves playing for Cameroon, because you experience them for videography, but I think people experience it in all the other fields that we're trying to break free from the norm, right? All of these skills were skills that we had to learn. You had to learn from a peer. But there was not that peer teaching, because I think sometimes we have that mentality that we don't know how to visualize more than one person doing something and eating from that thing. We are afraid that if we invite people to eat from that thing, it reduces what we have to eat.
Right.
I don't know if you're noticing a change in that mentality now
the
in
food
Cameroon.
is going to get finished. If you invite people to eat, there will be nothing more left for you to eat. So better cover your food and protect it for yourself.
That's how we're trying to encourage.
I mean, let me ask you a question, bro. Let me answer your question. Yeah. The thing is, when I discovered that, I actually had to make a difference, and that's why I came up with the idea, Hold Hands movement. That was just, I experienced it, but I didn't want the people coming after me to experience that. And that's why I started sharing knowledge, bringing up younger guys and teaching them that, hey, guys, see the way I show you, so you give to show other people that too. So, and we have to grow together. You cannot grow being stingy. There's the marketplace for everybody. Even if we did like 1,000 video directors in Cameroon, everybody can be making money, and all man get market, and all that. So don't be stingy there. I know I show my idea because the man who can't no pass me, just keep walking and share. And that's how we grew. And I feel like now, even though it's not like perfect yet, but I mean, they're getting it. They're getting it. I see guys sharing equipment, walking around, partnering, shooting on one set together. It was not like that before. It was not like that before. And I'm happy that at least it's changing.
So you're a lot of
curious.
people's mentors, right? Right now. Was there even one person back then that was somebody that you looked up to and that kind of like held your hand a little bit? Was there anybody like that, or it was just you learning on your own?
Nah, for video directors, nah. Like everybody I went to was kind of like everybody. I know I'm calling name back. The people that were there before me, they were any person who I go close to or I go close to he, they were like, no, stay for your lane or just behave funny. So I'm going to humiliate me sometimes. But said, like all those things happen. I experienced them, but they did not discourage me. They only gave me more confidence to do what I have to do. Yeah. But today we are all nice, We are all nice because I look there like, you guys actually didn't know what you're doing. I actually share with them. Most of them watch my tutorials now on YouTube and they're like, sometimes they comment, sometimes they chat with on their friend. Where their friend will send me screenshots. Hey, look at what this guy is saying about your tutorial and all that. So I know that they are watching. And the only person who don't really call me, be like, hey, bro, Ada Kenji called me like 2 a.m. tonight. I was like, hey, bro, I know say no man never be able to call you, talk for you like this, but what you're doing on YouTube, bro, never you stop, man. Thanks, bro. This is really helping us. Ada Kenji has done that. Yeah, but it's difficult for someone to call and say, "Hey, bro, Tayo." It's difficult. I understand Cameroon and their ego, but then,
They're just
And-
sitting in the back and learning.
yeah. But that's the
Okay.
most
And
important
Kenji,
thing.
Ada
We always-
Kenji, to just highlight who that is, that's another prominent videographer that is in Cameroon and is also doing good things on his end.
Right,
We appreciate that.
right.
And we always talk about Cameroonians' ego. They have ego that is really not backed by too much substance, and that's what we
Le
say. That their
continent.
ego.
Le
I'm sorry,
continent. Faut nous laisser.
their ego is bad. Is bad. Like empty that pride where they just want to
Yeah.
the pride is too much. And I think that
Yeah.
at some point a lot of Cameroonians just need to humble themselves and just calm, because if you don't have too much to back it up, I mean, what are you being proud for? But they don't care. It's just
So yeah, that's the thrill that makes you start shooting video while you're with rhythms. So now you're realizing that there's a need for you to be a multiple skills guy, and then to provide the images that you need as a group. Where do you go from there?
Yeah, I started going to cyber cafe, to download tutorials for myself. Go pay some 200, download 1 or 2 tutorials. That time 200 been I think a 1 hour or something, So when I was doing that every day, the guy that was working at the cyber saw me. I was like, petit frère va be very determined. So he told me he's going to download the tutorials for me at night, and then during the day I'll come get it. And that guy, like, I never forget that guy. He's still my G up to now. Ozone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he started downloading all these tutorials for me during the night, and I would just come with the hard disks during the day and I take it. And that really, really made me learn. Yeah.
Some of the kids watching today won't understand what it means downloading a tutorial at night to come and watch
No.
the next morning, because
Man.
they don't know what it means to have had throttling internet 20 years ago.
Internet. Right.
No,
It was so
ATM.
difficult.
I used to sell MP3s in boarding school, and that was the process. I would go when internet was cheap, and I would download and make my MP3 playlist, and then or my game videos, and that's how I used to get pocket allowance when I went to Seed of Wisdom. So that hustle, that struggle, when you had to go and pay for internet and then just like get the most you could get from those 2 hours, 1 hour,
Right.
and then download speeds. People are clicking and seeing things download.
Man, like
Okay.
peer-to-peer sharing was like it was like the savior back then, and the only way that you could really get a content that you could stream content, you could not stream content. Our internet didn't allow us stream content, so the only way to stream content was to download it and then save it somewhere, then actually really watch it later on. So we had no other solution but do it that way.
So Dr. King, you do that? Yes, go ahead, please.
No, go ahead, bro.
You do that now and you become the video guy. When I find out about rhythms, right? When rhythms comes to the front of my screen, it's Phil Bill and K Master K. So at what point do you shift to the back of the whole process?
Yeah, so after that, I guess, when finding the what happened, some for what thing they always come in. It's always like that. Like, I'm so conscious about it right now that when I see camera, I'm like, okay, that bad thing that, but then most of us were not aware, and so talks that come over back, all that. And at the end of the day, I was given a choice to choose whether to become a musician or to become a video director. Like that's what we all sat in a group, and they were like, either you become a musician or you become a video director. Like, they didn't see, at that time, they didn't see the vision, I guess. They probably thought of something else. And yeah, I decided that, no, this is what I want to become. Because at that time, I wasn't really feeling myself becoming an artist, like, for real. Like, I knew that becoming an artist had a lot of work you have to do, that your privacy. Me and my life will be private. I like to just be on my own, do my stuff. As an artist, you cannot, and I felt more happier making stars than becoming a star, I was just okay being behind, and I decided that, you know what, I'll become a video director.
I think this is a very interesting point to highlight. The fact that you're able to identify what kind of a person you are very early on, and then match your job to your energy, right? You know that, all right, I'm the kind of person that is this way, and I know already that the limelight is not necessarily the thing for me, but I have talent. And I feel like that's actually your unfair advantage, because you give yourself the time to focus on what's important. And today you are the reference when it comes to videography in Africa. You're one of the references in Africa. You're the reference in Cameroon. So that was smart, in my opinion. In my opinion, that was a pretty smart trick, because I know, I'm saying this because on this show we've pointed out a lot of people. We don't go from people, we just go from the song, right? You see from the product. We've pointed out a lot of products where it's very clear that either the person wasn't cut for this, or the person is just wasting his time doing something that they're not supposed to be doing. I feel like you're all the smart ones that just...
And that was a very tight moment for me, because I had to make, it was a very difficult decision to make. You know, they just said, say artists, then they make money. You know, artists, then they make money. You don't see which video director for Cameroon, they make money. If I don't see which video director at all, they make money, like artists, they, you know, and all that. Yeah. And I was like, but then I just knew that being in front of the camera, singing, rapping, doing all that,
dancing,
wasn't the thing. Wasn't
my thing. Who you were?
It wasn't my thing.
So are you one of those that tell people do what you love,
right?
And one day it's gonna give money? Because me, I don't believe in that thing though. I'm like, do what makes money.
Right.
But I say go and become a doctor.
For me, it's more about, because whatever you love, you can make money from it if you know how to monetize it. You know, especially now with the whole world be exposed to everybody and everything. So for me, that's what I would tell you. But I mean, there's some times where you have to do what you have to do for the money, you know.
But you're this is a nice segue to the next section of the show. Normally we'll do a little break to come to this section, but it's pretty interesting. I'm impatient and curious to know about that monetization section, right? Like, coming from the perspective where people are going, yeah, you don't make money doing videos. How is it for you? How is the industry? And coming from you, for example, saying that one of your videos that you had to shoot, it was so expensive. I know that you've been coined one of the most expensive videographers in Cameroon. So the script has flipped from you going to, master, that guy is so expensive. Now everyone is complaining about you.
That's right.
So what are the ways to make money then, like a videographer in Cameroon, for all those other guys that are watching your YouTube videos?
I mean, ways to make money, there are a lot of ways you can make money as a videographer. First, you have to, for me, I'll talk from my example, from my experience. For me, at that time, when I started doing videos, I was more into film. I was doing film, not music videos. So like after I separated from rhythms, I started doing just films. And then I wanted to make money. So I went into music videos. Because I knew with music videos, I could get a lot of artists around. If you give me 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, that's what I was charging at that time.
There's a quicker turnover. The projects don't overtake too long, and then you can generate income.
Yes. So as time went on, like first day I received 100,000, I literally celebrate.
Dude, that's 6 figures.
What video is that's giving you 100,000? What was that first video that made you celebrate? Let's maybe know number, but what video is that?
You'll remember.
Of course.
The video, I mean, okay, this artist, he's of late right now. May so rest in peace. He's called Nstan. He's called Nstan. He's of late right now.
You remember the title of the song?
I don't remember.
Don't worry, we'll find it.
He remembers the amount. He does not remember the song. The amount.
Because it was the theme. It was the theme.
No, but I would be amazed if he even will remember after 1,000 songs down the line. Like,
yeah.
Also,
it's beautiful that you even remember the artist's name, but so that's good.
Exactly. We've talked a lot about Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just trying to add to like some of the things you can do to make money as a video
Yes.
director in Cameroon. So yeah, you can shoot music videos for artists. Right now, the social media space is even giving more opportunities because you can do content videos for brands. In those days, it was not like that. You know, you did have music videos or nothing. Now you can do content videos. You can propose yourself to some companies that, hey, I could do content videos for you. And yeah, I mean, I feel like now it's more open for content creators to make money on videography.
So I was going to ask a question because you said you and Rhythms, you guys separated. Was it like a mutual decision, or was it because we've talked about a lot of Cameroonian groups, they don't stay. They don't stay together. It's like we don't really understand what is happening. Ego and Prido, like just some groups. And then even now Rhythms too. Rhythms too is just one person now. So we're not understanding what is the
Ex Malaya.
Ex-Malaya, thank you. By the time I wanted to discover, it was only 2 people in Ex-Malaya. We did not even, I did not know the other guy left. At some point, we discovered that he had left. So what is this thing, in your own opinion, what is this thing that is causing these groups in Cameroon not to last?
I just think that we don't, in Cameroon, we like, it is almost to give a go back for school. Go back, they need to change like the whole system of schooling in Cameroon, because the way we are brought up, the train we for be more self-centered, like you look only yourself, and you need to one respect other people around you and their opinions and their visions. That's the way most Cameroonians are. Because when you guys be working together, after some time, some man will just start talk some talk. That man want pass you. That man want do so. That man want, and then all those negative talks goes to the mind, and then they start bringing up problems from here and there. And you think that is that problem, whereas that's not even the problem. It's just because of the negativities that's on your mind and all that. So I just think it's so difficult for people to work together in Cameroon. And I think the reason for that is just first the educational system. Firstly, if we can learn how to, exams can be like a group work where say, okay, you might do research on this, you do research on this, you do research on this, and then we come together, we try to study together. If we have that system in the educational system, we're going to build better a group of Cameroonians with great minds and great works out there. Yeah.
Okay.
That's so well said, because I've been thinking about this too, and I don't think I want to say this. Maybe we don't linger too much on it, but it's a systematic issue that's way past our upbringing, right? If you draw back and look at things on like a bigger scope, all of Africa and all of us and Africa as Africans have been kind of, I don't know about the whole of Africa as a unit, but if you look at it, we've kind of been taught to divide and it's like separated so that we can be controlled much more easily. So then we have never really taught to sync amongst each other to fight that invisible power that we don't see anymore. But it's like an upbringing that I don't even know how far it goes back, probably to colonialism, where they separated our ancestors, make sure that they don't communicate so that they can rule them better. And it has been that system has just passed down and is engraved in us. We don't know how to look at our brothers and say, hey, this is not my competition, this is my support. I'm his support, I'm his anchor. And it's something that we really, like you said, we need to find a way to insert it back into our educational systems to make sure that the people that are coming after us realize that we are each other, we are what we need to get to where we need to be. But
and even looking back, looking at our own group also, like for us here as a podcast, right? We come from individual, the way it happened, it just came from a natural place where maybe now if we have that mindset, one person might just be like, hey, you're stealing the shine, or maybe you think you're too much, and that's what causes that. So we have to also be mindful to just check ourselves every now and then, that our ego is not growing bigger than us. We're all equal, because ATM brings a lot. If it was just up to me, I would never have done this podcast, never in my life. ATM brings, Anyang brings, I bring my own stuff.
Yeah.
So we come now and we make a whole unit. So that's what Cameroonians need to know, that you cannot be everything. Some other person might bring something that you don't have, and you guys can make a full unit. So that's what Cameroon is lacking.
Yeah, we're lacking that. And even not just Cameroon, like you said, I think it's the whole of Africa, even though Cameroon even worst. But
Well,
even like P Square, for example, when I look at their issues, it's the same thing we had back then. Like, so one man diffuses, or one man or by one show say he bad, and that's where the problem all starts. And then whatever happens around that, like issues happening around that, is just the root from that seed that, the man if you say over bad. So like anything with that guy do is just provoke something else and all that. So yeah.
Man, it's one of those things where we need to humble ourselves to realize and learn and keep going, because we overget potential, Massa. We overget potential.
We do.
We as a country, as a continent, as a people, we have too much potential. ATM, I feel like you have a question, or you want to move us to somewhere.
Yes, I want to move us somewhere. Maybe it's going to be a good segue for us to introduce the next section of the show. But before it, since we've all been sharing our pouring out our minds here, our hearts here as Cameroonians to the Cameroonian attitude, I also want to throw my confession that I don't think that I'm very different from every other Cameroonian. I think myself, I was also like tied to that mindset. And maybe I'm lucky, maybe I'm fortunate that I've had the opportunity to experience the world from very, very different perspective, and study many different groups of people to realize that, it was very stupid to be boxed in that mindset, to be always thinking that, if someone else is doing that same thing that I'm doing, then they'll get ahead of me, not knowing that actually working with more people actually helps me to be a lot better. All right. And and it gives me the chance to have a support system such that if I'm failing tomorrow, if I'm not standing tomorrow, there are people that actually know what I'm doing and understand it better to help me to get better. And then I studied Igbo people, I studied Jew people, I studied Germans, Swiss people, Americans, from watching all the time. I started realizing that, we've been stupid the whole time by separating ourselves, because we're just losing on all the opportunity of group dynamics, right? I think that's one thing that we're losing. But
open sourcing.
Yeah. I'm really hoping that the generation, and I'm really thank you again, Dr. Nkeng Stephens, for doing what you're doing, because by bringing together people and sharing your craft and teaching them more what you're doing, you're actually creating that community and you're creating that support system. And I believe that there's a pillar that's going to make that craft to live on, is even when you're past that level, because you're already going past that level. But then it's the base and the foundation in the quality, the way that you did it. It's not everybody that has it. And if we don't get that continuing to rejuvenate itself, then it goes when you go, right? And it's not given that your whole life is just to sit there and be making only Cameroonian music. It's not like that's not enough. But I believe that there's quite more to it. This is then the segment to the next thing. Like, what are the things that you are looking forward to, because you're now on your American tour?
ATM, before we move there, I think we touched something, and I would like us to elaborate a little bit. But I want to also put a pin on this. We talked about Nkeng Stephens being one of the most expensive, I want to say this quote unquote, videographers or video producers in Cameroon. But I think there's a reason to this, and I want him to get into his craft and tell us, because I watched one of your videos on Facebook, and you were breaking down a little bit as to why you charge what you charge. And if you can take a few minutes to talk about why you charge what you charge, because I think you work with a beautiful team every now and then. So walk us through your process, walk us through who you work with like what your team looks like, and I feel like it will make not only us understand, but
yeah. Basically, first of all, I have a big team, because, like I said, I like to work with the team. I know like that's how you get things really done well. You have to work with a team, and I treat my team very well. I make sure I pay them So for kind of money they will not give me, I'll not shoot video with them, because I won't be able to generate the whole team, But I also kind of do videos too for free sometimes. And most times I'll cover the cost, like I'll pay for it, Yeah. But the main reason why I'm expensive is because, like I said, I have a big team. And also the kind of work that we offer to you, it's really cheap. If you have to compare with let's say getting that same work from out there, it's really cheap because we're giving you that high class A-level standard video for a lesser price. If you have to get that same quality out there, it's going to be way expensive. So I don't even see myself as expensive. It's just that in the Cameroonian eyes, yes, I'm expensive. But out there, if you're looking at like internationally, I'm not expensive. I'm actually trying to be expensive, Yeah, so that's it.
Well, that's what they say. Usually, if you have your craft or your whatever, it's up to you to see your value and put a price tag on it and say, you know what, this is what I charge. It could be somebody else maybe doing similar something and they don't put a value on themselves. It's going to be up to them because at the end of the day, you have to eat. Your team has to eat. So who's taking care of all of that? And that's what some people do, especially Africans that will come. The price of the whole thing of like always beating price, the beat for price and all of that. So with that being said, right, I want to ask you, do you have like some kind of a price list or do you go based on the project?
The project.
Yes, I have a price list. Ranges from 1.5 million CFA. That's for like from 2000 to up to, maybe 25,000, 50,000.
Okay.
But it starts from 2000, 1.5 something. Yeah, which is like for basic videos, maybe upcoming artists that want to have their like good visuals. We start from 1.5 million. And then according to the concept and according to the artist, the price can rise,
So I'm actually kind of going through the videos. This is the video with the highest views, like 19 million views on this one. Right. And I want us to just go through it. And I'm curious actually about one or two things. I'll just let it play for a bit and then I'll come back to it.
J'aime ma vie, je suis toujours dans mes wagas. Ça ne peut pas cuire, j'assume mes matas. Chaque jour et nuit, je suis en train de faire là.
So actually, when I was watching this video, the one thing that kept going up through my head, I don't know if you guys have any questions, but I'm just going to shoot up with mine. The first thing that just kept going through my head was like the pictures. Like, how did you come with the inspiration? Or like, first of all, I don't know. I don't really know where it come from. I'm going to let you give us that. The inspiration for doing this video and for putting this video together, like, where is it coming from? How do these pictures come together? How do you decide what is going to be these girls, the angles that you're going to take, Mr. Leo? Like, I just have a lot of questions going on. I'm really curious because now I have the chance to find out.
Yeah. So basically for this video, Mr. Leo wanted something different, something colorful, popping, and African, so I decided to do something that can stick in the mind, with the hair under the armpit, and that was like I'm exaggerating something, and
Yeah.
in parts, in us, those things really stick in the mind. Like, you don't watch that video where baby and people that get an armpit, stuff like I like some little things like that really stick in the mind, and that was the main thing. And I also wanted something very rich and colorful, So the designer, Bristars, like did all the designs, yellow chain for neck, pink, It was really at the era of video where the African video began to have a lot of colors. That time we African video, they just start get like too many colors.
And
Like
to be
Mhm.
quite frank with you, that's one of the
Yeah.
things that I love about the videos. Like it has a lot of colors just going on.
Yeah, because you know that before videos didn't really have too many colors because video directors and editors did not know how to control these colors, and as time went on, the colors started adding. So there was a time where it's like African just found out how to use colors, and that's it. We decided to do this.
So I have a question, right?
Nice.
Based
Yeah.
on this video too, and it brings to mind like other you know about different videos. Is who when you're shooting a video, is it you that comes up with the storyline, the direction, and how the video is going to go, or does the artist come with a concept and then you put it in like as a picture?
Yeah, I mean, it comes most times two ways like that. Sometimes the artist can tell me, "Hey, bro, these are the ideas I have," and then I'll fix it and make it feel, nice and cinematic. Let me put it that way. Sometimes the artist will be like, "Hey, I don't have any idea. Just do your magic," But if you ask me, I always love when the artist comes with something because it's like you're just helping that idea pop out the more, and it makes you guys really connect. When the artist just come like, "I will do your magic," sometimes I really have to talk to the artist, like interviewee. What do you like? What are your colors? Just to get all these things together.
Makes sense.
That's
And
interesting
then
because
and
I
go ahead.
I would have been thinking that I used to feel like creators like to have their freedom to create, right? So me coming and giving them the free room to do anything that they like, I feel like, oh, they're going to be happy. Like, all right, I'm in the candy store now. I can just put my thing anyhow, splash any paints that I want on the wall. But it's interesting to know that actually giving you some direction also helps.
Yeah,
I feel like it gives you framework on which you're operating. At least you have like some guidelines. You have some seeds on which you can build things. You can amplify. You can use your creativity to just make those seeds grow into a beautiful tree. But at least you have a foundation.
Right.
But
that foundation is very important.
Eunice, you had
So
a question?
my question, right, is something that has bothered me and it continues to bother me, right, in videos. Say ATM is laughing already. Is this whole acting, like they'll have a song, right? Like a musician will have a song and then in the middle of it they just act film. So I don't know where that whole thing is coming from. To me, I watch YouTube. Some videos I have to go and Google the artist name and then put audio because there's a whole film inside that will just interrupt my flow when I'm listening to their music. So I'm not understanding why it's so common and so rampant in Cameroonian videos. They're trying to shoot. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, as I would say I started that film thing in videos.
No, Dr. Ken, no.
Yeah, I do. I think because that's where actually the uniqueness came out first because people loved the video that had a story inside and felt like they were watching a film, but when you overdo it, it becomes boring, So there's a point where you have to do it. So it's like when you're doing your concept, there are videos where you can do that, and there are videos where you don't have to do that. So just by listening to the song, you know that, oh, I'm not supposed to do this kind of concept, But sometimes when you don't have the knowledge, you just go because you just do that because that's what you see on TV, Yeah. But when you do it well, it always passes out the right information, and it's very beautiful.
Because
And
my
I would say this.
take on-
I was just gonna say, I am a fan of a music video feeling like a movie. I think for me, when it's overdone is when I'm watching the music video and then it feels like the lyrics. I'm seeing the lyrics visually, like every line of the lyrics. I'm seeing what is happening. Like I was poor. I'm seeing a poor person walking in the market
Yes.
with the truck. I was tortured. The mommy is beating the girl, like in the Nigerian movies. You know, she's going through pain.
And
Oh, I'm
you know
rich.
the funny thing,
Then he's
with
with the car.
The song is done from a lyrics that is not metaphoric. So actually, even the lyrics itself is just a plain story. Then the video is
Right.
also another plain story. There is no metaphor in the whole stuff. There is no art in my opinion when I see that kind of thing, and I think that's where it hurts me also a little bit. I feel hurt.
Yeah, so I think that's the distinction, and I've seen the cinematic take of your movies, Dr. Nkeng, and by far they're not lyrical, they're not literal. They're not literally like explaining the lyrics or giving us a visual. But I think that's what Eunice was trying to point out, where sometimes you watch a Cameroonian music video and it's like you're watching the lyrics happen in
Right.
life. Yeah.
And the
I
thing
mean,
is
if the
that
song
they're
was in
very
a window,
badly-
if the song was in a wonder and they're acting the lyrics, then yeah, I can understand where that's coming from.
They're
Maybe that's
translating
actually
it.
where it's coming from. Yeah, from the point that Cameroon has so many languages, and then when they were doing traditional songs and people didn't understand, they need to at least to act the lyrics to help the rest of the people understand, but not in the normal English songs and plain songs where we kind of figure out what's going on. And so I want to go to the next one because I got a couple of them queued up. And the next one is from Daphne.
Oh, papi. Letting out my emotion. Boy, you're driving me crazy. Set my heart in motion. The way you smile for a lady.
So when I watch this one, right, I'm like, at what point are we now in Dr. Nkeng Stephens' journey when we are doing this song? Because it's like one of the most played songs. Like we're going down the classification. Calais it's like 13 million plays on YouTube. People really love the song and people really love the video.
This song made me love Daphne. This video. Shout out to her,
So-
man. And shout out to
And you see
whatever you
some
did
people
to
talking
make me
about
love her.
their love for Daphne in the past. So yeah, but let's continue.
Yeah. So Calais was around the time where at like Douala, like the whole Cameroon already knew my name, because I started with Daphne, and with Daphne's video, as Daphne the Blue, and I saw the Blue, because once everybody saw the video of Daphne and they were like, oh, this girl can sing. Oh, who is she? And at the end of the video, they see my name. They're like, oh, this video, who did this video? Dr. Nkeng, who is he? You know? So this was the time where Daphne already had Rastafari was out there, and it was a massive hit on Trace. Like everybody knew Rastafari, and some of these people from Douala and Yaoundé had already started calling me like, okay, bro, I want you to shoot video for me. Yeah, that's when we did Calais. That was 2017, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2017. And we did Calais. We shot Calais for like 4 or 5 days. Yeah. We shot in Bota Island, the Bota Island. We shot in the University, UB, and Mountain Hotel. Yeah.
Then it
Good
goes
job on
further.
that
Then we go ahead and we have a tenor song, Manibila and tenor. This one is pretty interesting, Déranger. So my headphones keep on pause and everything. That's why I have to stop talking before I play this one.
Bien sapé, le gars est parfumé. La go est bien, c'est de tout ça parce qu'ils viennent déranger. Les bouteilles, la table est salée, mon la farota. Je prends un bombe ce soir, c'est pour déranger. Chérie, le gars là ne te le choque pas. Pourtant, tu le guides, ouais, donc il peut déjà déranger.
So I'm just going to turn off the audio so that these people don't flag the video. But it gets me asking myself a bunch of questions, right? What's what's the complexity in shooting videos like this that have so much energy? Because this song comes with so much energy, but still I can feel the energy when I'm watching the video.
Yeah, I mean, videos like this when you're shooting outside. We shot this video in Dukotsi, and if you know how Dukotsi, it's like once you're doing something there, everybody just comes. Like there's no control by people there, police, everybody. So it was kind of difficult shooting here. So we had to, give Nangaboko the way that they're around. We gave them some money now. Okay, you guys just secure. Because for not them be the security at that time. They not be call police because police will not do anything. They will just stand there. But then if those guys say they will steal from you or they'll disturb, the police cannot stop it. So we just hired those guys. Like, okay, you guys take care of us. Let's get this done. And yeah, Mani Bela and Teno, they are stars, so all man want to see them. That population also give the energy. Everybody was hyped. Yeah, so that
For me, this is
2017. 2017. Yeah.
This is to me one of the clearest situations when I look at this video where you go into a situation and you use that situation to your advantage. You don't try to control that situation. You don't try to make it what you think it should be. Because when I see that, I always wonder, how do you control the crowd? How do you make sure that everything is the way you picture it? But I also feel like this is when you allow yourself as a creative to be flexible and use what the environment is giving you to make the best out of it. Was this one of those cases where you had to give up control and just accept the reality of what was on the ground? For example, you had to pay now the Nangambogos to become your security. What kind of tools would you advise a creative person to use when they're in this kind of situation where there's too many factors, uncontrollable elements? Yeah.
I would say just firstly connect with the street guys. Connect with the street guys because they might look rough, they might look arrogant, but these guys, you can trust them. Trust me. Like if they are with you, they are with you, and they can make things happen, things that the police can never do, or anybody. Yeah. So when I find myself in situations like this, even when I'm shooting in Aqua, in the street, Aqua, they rob you. If it stands, they just thief your phone away, no. Same like in the coaching, like these guys are crazy out there. But when you get there, you connect with them, you make them know, oh, you guys are together. You give them something and tell them that, oh, after the shoot, you're still going to give them something. Oh, they're going to ensure that everything moves smoothly. So that's the way I used to work when I find myself in situations like this. Yeah, I work with the resources that I have and I keep them around.
And then now we have another energy hit, right? Another song which is
I didn't
still
shoot
a
that
hit.
video, bro.
Oh, okay. Then
It's end over, do homework.
That's me.
Going on
That's
overdrive.
me finding the
That man don't work.
wrong
You don't work overnight. That's the fruit of late night work.
He just had to do his quick disclaimer. I didn't shoot that video.
Yeah, when you find
No
when
giving
teacher
teachers
give homework,
credit.
ATM of that boy the way they take A+ for class. When teacher do homework, they go do them, and then they find their own homework. They can't
So-
do them again for teacher.
So I beg Mojo double check the one, verify, say na the right one this. Stanley, now the next one where the next one in my list though.
Yes,
This was a whole different setting right now, and this one's pretty interesting because we're going out from the energy stuff, but from the energy song to a more classy song, I would say, and I'm pretty interested here in how do you make the choice of the location and yeah, the locations. This one is much more about the locations I want to talk about.
Find your way, my sister, find your way too. Life not on my tongue. Demain pour toi va sortir, so just follow me.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go into it. What I really love here is like the outfit, the locations. How do you come up with that piece?
Yeah, for this video, I think it was pretty simple because Stanley and I worked hand in hand to create the story, you know. So Stanley was more like, okay, you want something that looks really flashy, airport, private jet, Stanley now. So basically, so yeah, so this video is just Stanley and all being himself. And I think I just projected him better, you know. Yeah. So for this location, most of the times when I come up with a concept, I then choose the locations that we have to use according to the concept. And then from the location, I send out my location manager that goes and then pay for all these locations, and then we come and shoot. Yeah, the same thing we did for this video. Like the
That's another
private
piece of the
jet.
puzzle that I didn't know very much, like the whole booking or preparing the location pre-video
Mhm.
shoot. Okay.
So we call it pre-production process. So the pre-production process is when we take time out to arrange everything that needs to be done before the shoot. Yeah, location, costumes, equipment, characters, everything that needs to be done. Yeah.
And how much time goes into that pre-production process? Let's take this example because I would imagine it's going to be different from every project, right? Like for this one, for example, we're seeing how much is put together in this one. Like how much time did you have to plan your team to get this part ready, for example, just a pre-production?
I would just say it depends on the video. It could take from a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Sometimes I could even take 2 days, 3 days to do pre-production. It all depends on the concept of the video and whether or not I have everything, around me, Yeah.
So I have a question about who would you say is somebody, I mean, without calling out, I mean, you can call the name. I prefer that you call a name. Who have you shot with that you're always like, you know what, it's always a fun time shooting with this person, with this particular artist, musician, male or female? Who is that one person that you're like, I will shoot a video
The
anytime?
plenty. The
Talk,
plenty. One more phone,
talk.
one.
No, talk. Okay, then talk the rest. Talk the people the
Yeah,
way like your
there are a lot of them.
faves.
There are a lot of them. Salatier. When I'm shooting with Salatier, it's always very interesting because Salatier is that kind of person that the level I did for video, so he did for audio. So we are always like connecting on that top level where we'll be like, we'll shoot a video and then we'll go back home and work the song to match the video. And we'll go back and forth. Sometimes we'll put some effect for the video. You'll go back for the audio, go touch some things and we'll say me match that effect, So it's very interesting working with Salatier. He's always ready for that. Phil Bill too. Phil Bill is that kind of person too. Like he always comes. Phil Bill is crazy. He comes with all his treatment. He comes with the concept, mood board, treatment, like symbols, like everything. He comes out with it, and then I just take them and then put it on screen. Phil Bill is always dope working with him. Mimi, Daphne. For Daphne is always like, okay, because there are times where we even not like real fights, but we kind of fight on set with Daphne because I'm like, okay, you have to do this. It's like, yeah, are you sure I can do this? I'm like, yeah, you have to do it. At the end of the day, she does it. And I'm like, you see, I told you. So Magasco he's the kind of person who always comes on set early. So if I tell Magasco, say, okay, we're shooting 7 a.m. in the morning, Magasco will come my house at 6 o'clock for morning. Can knock my door. Say, let's go, bro. Yeah. So I mean,
That is work ethics. That's work ethics.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It makes me feel now like Magasco is the guy that I would like to work with.
Yeah, Magasco is like that. Magasco is so good to work with him. Yeah, Stanley is always very pushful. Stanley is the kind of person where if we are shooting a video, he'll do everything to ensure that he's part of the pre-production process. Like if we have to get a house, sometimes you go to the house and say, I'm styling, I want to use your house, bro. Let's, like he's that kind of a person. He's very pushful. So yeah, big shout out to him. Yeah. I mean, most of the people I work with, most of these artists I work with, it's always very great working with them. They're all different in their ways and they have the different unique energies that I love. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, right? Like the list of people that I've worked with is so extensive. If we are there to ask you that question and Eunice asked it, the list you can keep going down. But my way to kind of circumvent that question and to go around that question was just to ask you, of the long list of people that you've worked with, is there people that you haven't worked with yet that you are looking forward to, that you really and I want to keep this within maybe mostly Cameroonian artists, but anywhere, right? Is there any Cameroonian artist that you haven't worked with yet and that you would like to work with? I feel like this would make it a smaller list.
If talking about Cameroonian artists, literally work with all of them except Jovi. And yes, I mean, 5 years back, I would want to do video for Jovi, like, but I mean, after some time, it's just not part of me again. Because for a lot of reasons, and out of Cameroon, obviously Davido, Burna Boy, Wizkid, I'm definitely gonna shoot videos for them. I know that for sure. In the US, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Chris Brown. Yes, I know I'm definitely going to shoot videos for them. It's just a matter of time. Yeah.
Let's go. That was it. I really wanted you to put it out there so that we could say we saw it happening. We're at the start. We're on that journey. So when it happened, to say it would be Yam. That might be talking. So thank you for that.
Craziest thing that has happened to you on set that you would never forget. That it's like one of those points in your life. You're
So
like, this is really
gas was
crazy.
it.
I knew one that.
My camera broke.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, my $30,000 camera broke on set. So I had to shoot Laxelu.
No way. It broke completely. It was completely broken to the point of no repair.
I know for sure say insurance no dey Cameroon for camera.
So basically we're shooting Laxelu in one forest in Ballet, and then it was raining, and then that was like the last day we had to shoot there, and then the day we say, if we want to shoot some power deal, and get people meet up and with that power cut that rain, So we're like, okay, bro, I mean that's the only choice you have. Let's do it. So we'll go, that person will buy Spirit, yeah, 4 we bought it for him. So when he went, he was praying. So as he was praying in the forest, let the rain stop. Camera was on the tripod. They like say some ivy push and the camera jump over that, like just fall. You want, just bro. But then we tried to like stitch some stuff together and patch it together, and then we shot that thing and left. Yeah. But that was a crazy day for me because on that day I was like, like everything just happened to me that day. But
the raincoat.
The raincoat, yes. The power cut them.
Before the rain one caught, that rain don't drill with that guy in 2 hours. Before he one caught 5
hours. For no reason.
It's crazy. You know how he did. You have to do what you have to do. Yeah.
We can't see him pin knife for ground. If we cut.
I was just waiting to know really when that papa's ritual really worked, when it really kicked in. If it kicked in to us after that, I'm doubting how better it is than waiting.
Exactly. The part you just ton waits the time. Ranger do normal thing. We not charge it. Now wise ground.
You've touched on Laxelu. I would have loved us to come back to that after the break, but now that we've already touched on it, how about we just double click on it? Laxelu is the movie you are shooting or have already shot?
It's shot and it's done. It's out there already. It's on Prime Videos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prime Videos?
Yeah, Prime Videos.
Oh,
So
that's some good information to know.
because a lot of people watching this show and a lot of us are know you through the lens of making videos. Maybe you want to give us a few hints about Laxalo so that we now have more reasons to go and find it on Prime Video and watch it. Maybe
Yeah,
a short story about Laxalo, yeah.
So Laxalo, basically Laxalo is just I would say it's a combination of my short stories, of the short stories that we did back in the days, because we've done a lot of short films, and these films are action movies, and we decided that, okay, let's do something long with the same intensity of action, and let's project Cameroon in a different way, you know. So it's talking about the ruby stone, which has mystical powers. And so it's like a scramble for that stone. So nations are scrambling for the stone. So the Cameroon president, who is like really old and is about to die, is scrambling for that stone because that stone has potentials to give long life and restore life, you know. So, and this character, Elijah, is sent out to get that stone for a particular village. Like he's sent out to get that stone for the rightful owners of the stone, who are the Tanzanians, you know. And then the stone is found in Cameroon, and Cameroon is like a fictional country because we the name of Cameroon in the movie is Joanna. And then you have Douala is Douala.
They choose Nakorenga for that Cameroon. Joanna.
Yeah. and then the Yaoundé is Yevunda. So we kind of made it fictional, but then we still kept that
the background
spice.
story.
Yeah.
Man, you know, when I'm just looking at the trailer, right, I'm seeing the kind of locations like where that car just drove by. Like, again, how do you source this? How much time did it take you to discover this? Or would we say that it's your video experience that has made you to explore these places so well that you've been able to discover this sacred places where you then come back to shoot the video? How did you find all these places where all these locations where you were able to get all these shots?
Yeah, obviously one reason because I've been shooting a lot of videos and I went to some of these locations. Secondly, the film made us look for the location. Like the story of the film told us these are the locations we need and we had to look for them. Yeah, it wasn't easy, but we had to look for them. There was a time where we went out, we call this location scouting. So you just go out and you look for locations that fit each thing. Yeah.
I know what I'm doing this weekend.
Famous guest appearances. I saw Mr. Lee already very shortly there in the trailer. I'm seeing a couple of top artists. So maybe a bit of highlight on the guest appearances on the movie.
Yeah, we used Mr. Leo and Ewube. These are some of the artists in the movie. Ewube played something different. The role Ewube played was supposed to be played by Daphne, but at that time, Daphne was not around, and Ewube was the best person to take that role. And then we also Mike Monster featured in the movie, where he performed. He did more of the performance. He brought that Cameroon music, old school music into the movie. Yeah. We also had
what song is he doing on the movie? What song is he performing?
I knew it.
I was just gonna say.
That was it. Yeah, I guess that was it.
Yeah.
Local
Loquito. Yeah.
I don't know it.
So for those of you that haven't watched it yet, go ahead and check it. That's Laxalo. You already said it's on Prime.
Prime Videos.
Prime Video.
Mm-hmm. my videos is on Tubi too. Yeah,
That's
So
huge.
yeah,
Welcome. Welcome back to the Fireside Tribe Podcast by Triple A. Today we've been getting to know an amazing guest, a videographer, the best of the best in Cameroon, Africa, and that's now doing a USA tour, Dr. Nkeng Stephens. We've been getting to know him so far, and we're going to talk about a few of his ventures, mainly CPE and the Hold Hands movement. So yes, ATM, if you can get us to that, please.
Yes, man. We want to talk about three things in this section. We want to talk about the Cameroon Face Entertainment Whole Hands Movement. We also want to talk about your tour in America. So let's start with the first thing. You're right now in America and you're making a tour. Can you give us a little bit of a highlight on what your tour is about?
Yeah. So basically, it's a new initiative. I decided to start on. It's more about creating a community of African filmmakers, coming together and working with video directors around the United States, you know, connecting with filmmakers, actors, planning on doing a short film here, with some actors here. Basically, I just want to extend that Cameroonian film culture out here. Making them know that, okay, we Cameroonians, this is what we have, this is the level we have, this is what we can do, and this is just the beginning of what I'll be doing from time to time. And I'll eventually do an African tour, a Europe tour, basically that's the idea. And at the end of the day, we'll be building like a huge community of filmmakers, African filmmakers who are ready to tell stories and tell African stories uniquely. Yeah,
that's interesting because when I looked at or I'll also show that, but when I looked at the idea of you making a tour was quite interesting because it's been hard for me to I've never really known what a video producer's tour can look like, right? So this is actually pretty enlightening for me that I'm seeing that there is also the idea of making a tour. I'm just showing that very shortly on the screen right now.
Yeah.
What the USA tour is. So it's going to be until the 27th of February.
Yeah.
Do you have some specific cities that you plan to touch during this tour?
Yeah. So basically, I'll be in New York, I'll be in Texas, and for now, those are the two main places I have to visit. And I also have doors open for other creators who want us to connect. For example, I have someone who's in North Carolina who wants me to come over and we'll do something together. I also have someone in LA who also want us to connect and do something together. So I'll eventually, yeah.
So no, I was just interrupting as I usually love doing. Any video shoots planned in this tour? That's one thing that I'm really excited about because we have a bunch of Cameroonian artists that are located in America as well. Are they missing out on this opportunity, for real? Or is it a secret that we don't have to know?
No, definitely. There are video shoots that I'll be doing. We're shooting some couple of videos from next week. Just that since I came, I tried to put stuff together and then the snow came in and blocked everything. So yeah, I have a couple of videos I'm planning to do these coming weeks, and also a short film. And this short film is I want to do some original African coming to America experience short film. Very short, but very interesting. And I'm looking out working with some Cameroonian actors who are based here, or any African actor who are based here that can tell this story. Yeah. So definitely we'll be doing music videos. I'll also be doing workshops, online workshops, Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you. So, I mean, I'm really looking forward to that because I'm imagining your pictures now shot from this other and your eye for finding locations. We've been seeing them from all the videos I've been going through there. So I'm really just imagining now the the candy jar in which you are right now, where you're like, oh, this. I can imagine like when you're drawing, like, oh, this is a nice scene. Oh, this is a nice location. Oh, I want to shoot something here. So
Right.
I'm really looking forward to that, man. Really looking
Exactly.
forward to that.
Yeah. Like when I'm driving around, I'm always like, oh, this location, I can't shoot for here. Just like the question you're asking me, like when I'm just driving, anywhere I am, I'm just looking, I'm paying attention that okay, I can shoot here, I can shoot here, I can do something here, So when I want to shoot, I at least have an idea of different locations that I can use. Yeah.
So do you just walk around with your Google map and just pinning points and being like,
Exactly. Like my eyes are
for
like
real?
my eyes are like the camera, just taking shots.
Just taking another shot. So you know what? This
Like
kind of give me an idea. This is kind of giving me an idea. It's like, maybe we should build an app for videographers like you, that when you're driving around or when you're walking somewhere, when you discover a location, you can pin that location already, write the name of the scene there. Like I have this scene in my head, and then you really write a little short story to that location. Then you have like something like a map, and the map has locations, and the locations already have stories. Just imagine that submitting that map to even, let's say, Universal or Warner Brothers or something like that, they can just already, oh wow, this is a whole movie just from this map, because this map already has the scene and the position and the location, and I can just go ahead and develop a movie out of it. Just thinking.
Yeah, with
Just
pictures
thinking.
too. That could be a great one, especially if you have pictures of the location and then you have the map pinpoint there. That would be a great one, because most of the times you need, like, if someone wants to confirm if the location is good before he goes there, he needs to look at the pictures and then say, okay, this can work. Yeah, but that's a good idea, bro. You guys build app. I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
Build
you're
app,
speaking
man.
to. Yeah, you're speaking to the tomorrow. So he will show you a blueprint of the app.
Okay. Okay.
So that's one of the
You
things
might have
that.
the app before you leave America already, so that you get to pin all the locations on it. So just good to know. All right, okay.
That's interesting, man.
All right.
That's
But
an
talking
awesome
about
idea, though. Awesome idea.
so you see, we've just created it together. So you guys already have stakes in it. So when that app hits 1 million on the App Store, you guys all have credits for creating this app live on this show. So
we
who
don't
knows?
want credit, we want
Who knows?
money.
The credits get converted into money. That's what I'm just trying to talk about. So that
Okay.
when Apple finally buys the app, we all have our names on it. Yeah, everybody has a share on that.
Eunice doesn't want double enchant. If you want to talk about money, talk money. No talk credit. No call money different name. If na money, talk about call the money. Yes. No call and yeah.
The doctor. I think we should call it the Dr. Nkeng Stephens. How do we say it? Because if it doesn't, we have to put Dr. Nkeng Stephens' name there to make the app sell very fast. The Dr. Nkeng Stephens.
So when you build the great app, he uses it the first and he endorses it. It's gonna be all the marketing that you need, because he's gonna come back to say, okay, when I was in the US, I used this app to remember my locations, but build my locations. And
Right.
I use this app to take
It's
another shot.
It's an exciting ATM to keep saying that.
Right.
So,
but
work on it,
but you
bro.
talked
Work
about
on it, definitely.
You talked about building community as you are taking your tour in a task, as you're taking your task tour, and I think this is a good segue into the Cameroon Face Entertainment project that you've been working on for a minute. Maybe you want to tell us a little bit about that project, especially now that you are in a rebranding phase of it. So yeah, Cameroon Face Entertainment. First of all, maybe before you even start, I want to take a pause to say thank you again for what you're doing for not just the music industry, but for the video industry in Cameroon. And yeah, and I mean, not only have you been doing all these videos on YouTube to share the knowledge and everything, when I landed on the CPE and saw that you've already put something like this in place, I was just so amazed, because one of the things that we've been criticizing a lot of people a lot of Cameroonians on this show that a lot of them get big on what they do, but they don't pass over the knowledge. And I'm so amazed to see that you're passing over that knowledge. So again, thank you. And yeah, hit us with a little bit of what you're doing with the CPE.
Yeah, so basically, CPE Cameroon Phase of Entertainment has been running since 2012, and now we're taking another phase of the same journey. We're going international right now, so we're rebranding CPE to Fireside Studios LLC. So Fireside Studios. Yeah.
How is it written? The fire, and then is it SIE?
FEYE.
Oh, fire.
Fire.
Then Sai. SE.
Oh,
Okay.
fireside.
Okay.
So it seems like Bangwa people like fire too much on the fireside on a bit because
So basically, we just we're going international. I want to remove the Cameroon identity that limits us really first, because we want to be seen as an international brand and not a Cameroonian brand. Yeah,
My brother,
even
you
though
don't pay
we're
your dues.
Cameroonian.
You don't pay your dues for Cameroon. And I think right now, so by doing that, you are still even paying a lot forward into Cameroon development,
Right.
because now you're taking it to the next level, and it's still being done by
Right.
Cameroonian, and you're only opening more doors to Cameroonian. So
Right, exactly.
it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's more of opening doors for Cameroonians, because we have never had a video director who has taken this step of getting out there and taking the whole world by surprise. And that's what I want to do, and open and make Cameroonians see that it's a possibility. It can happen. We can do it. Like, there's nothing impossible for Cameroonians. Even Gando Francis has done it. Didi Tofins has done it. We can do it in the international space and do it well. Yeah. So basically, that's it. The main objective for this company is telling African stories, telling Cameroonian stories differently, not just the way we want to tell them before, witchcraft, normal, like telling it from a different perspective, where some mysteries are demystified. Like some things where we always see as mysteries, we see it differently. We see the reality, and stories that can empower the African mindset to grow, to move ahead, to know that the power is in us, the power is from within, and we can do anything we want to do just by believing, thinking, and doing actions. Yeah. So it's a whole movement, and we're ready. It's not gonna be easy, but we're ready. Yeah.
That's so great.
Looking forward to that.
One of the
Next
things that
session.
you,
Let me say this. Let me say this before we move ahead. So our next project, we're planning on doing a next project, next feature film. Actually, this is the first time I'm saying this online. The title of the movie is going to be Bolingo. I just want to give you the title, Bolingo. So watch out for Bolingo. It's coming. It's going to be, fire. Trust me, fire from Fireside.
From Fireside to the Fireside Tribe.
Exactly.
Okay.
And brings me to the other project that you also have in your works, is the Holding Hands movement. Are these then connected, or are those two separate ventures?
So the Hold Hands movement, it's more on my YouTube side, like where I decided that I'm going to be training people. So it's more of the training side of me, where I'm holding hands of young filmmakers and giving them the ideas I have, and together we're rising together. Yeah. There's more of that.
I know that ATM said we had like three questions to ask here, and I don't think that it will be right if we don't ask you this question, because we've asked almost everybody that has come through. It's like, why do you think that Cameroon music is not transitioning outside of Cameroon? Like it's not blowing as big as it should?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. I think that for that reason, I mean, I've been here. I was here in America last year, April. I was here for about 3-4 months, and I was observing what is happening, how the industry works and all that. And I'm here too. I'm still observing. And one thing I've noticed is that for you, like it's the industry, for you to break through the industry, it's kind of difficult. In Cameroon, the artists there are like they don't reach their level where they give a step out. Like they have reached a level where okay, they've done everything in Cameroon, all man know them, but then they have to step out and take it international. And I'm sure most of them have come here and discovered that, oh bro, this is not easy, But then most of them are probably too lazy to embark on this journey or too scared. So that's the only thing I can say, because
So they stay in their comfort zone.
exactly. So they prefer just go back, do the same thing, and then try to sell and make this small money, But I think that for the industry in Cameroon to change, we have to be ready to come out here, future artists out here, go out, come out here, do the stuff that we have to do, involve ourselves in the entertainment out here. That will eventually bring more opportunities back home, open more doors. And basically that's what I'm doing in the video side. That's what I'm doing right now in the video side. So artists have to do this thing, to open that door for the Cameroon industry. Yeah.
That's very well said, and we appreciate that. I don't know if anybody had a follow-up question, but I like that question a lot, but I am making it also a habit to ask this question as a complement to that question that we've just answered. What are we doing right as a Cameroonian industry at this point? As a Cameroonian music industry or the Cameroonian cultural industry at this point? What are we doing right? What is the good things that we have going for us? Do you have, are there things that you can notice at this stage of your career that are good for us and that we should continue doing? Or
like what you guys are doing right now, you guys are talking about the industry. It's a very good idea. When Menos told me about it, I was like, okay. And when I watched your videos, I was like, okay, these are the things we need. We need more Cameroonians who are smart, who are aware, who can talk about the industry, sensitize people on what is happening in Cameroon, and even encourage Cameroonians to do more than they feel they can do it. Your platform empowers people, it empowers Cameroonians. It also exposes the culture to others who don't know anything about the Cameroonian industry, which is a good one. And also, I encourage Cameroonians to support their own, watch our videos, share our videos, talk about. I mean, you guys are doing it already, so those are basically the nice things I can say that are happening right now that we need to. Because apart from that, we know the crazy politics happening in Cameroon that we know how to talk about, but it has a lot that is playing in the industry negatively, but we cannot just sit and say, oh, the part and non-block we have to keep doing something to push ahead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you
You're
so
right.
much.
I mean, even on those negative things that happen everywhere, right? But people are still thriving. Nigeria is no better than us,
Right.
but they're still producing amazing talents coming from that place. So,
right.
So yeah.
So
If you need to.
Yeah, so welcome back to the Fireside Tribe. We've been talking here to our amazing guest, Dr. Nkeng Stephens, and we're in our last and most exciting segment of the show that we really love very much. Is where we go through the song of the week. We're gonna have everyone, or each of us, have a pick of their best song of the week, or of the song that's really been going on in their mind the whole week, and then we will all vote to see who will get the pick of the week this week. So who wants to go first? Anyang, you were saying that you want to go first, yeah?
I'll go first because
All right.
my song is by the person that I have quote unquote named the Jene Aiko of Cameroon. Her name is
Let go.
Nabila, and the song is Saïra.
Let's listen to this.
Juste pour la nuit, oublions les soucis, bébé. On ne vit qu'une fois dans la vie, bébé. Je ferai le bonheur de ta vie, hey, hey. Je ferai le bonheur de ta vie, hey, hey. Juste pour la nuit, oublions les soucis, bébé. On ne vit qu'une fois dans la vie, bébé. Je ferai le bonheur de ta vie, hey, hey. Je ferai le bonheur de ta vie, hey, hey. Quand tu pleures, moi je pleure, hey. Qu'est-ce qui va
ATM is going too long. They'll block us.
He was enjoying it. That's the beauty of Nabila. You forget yourself.
Yeah, I was on mute. Yes, so who wants to go next?
You
Let
can
me
put
go next. All right. Okay, I can put you next. Let's see. You got Gato, Fakameni. Let's go. I like this scene. I like that scene where she's walking and she's walking a little slower than the guys that are walking past her. And I like whoever put that picture together. Oh fuck, he's sitting right here. But then I really when I watch it, I come back to that scene. I replay it. It's really dope. Like I don't know how you had those ideas to come back to it, but yeah. Now my own pick of the week is this one.
Les efforts que je fais pour oublier, souvenirs refusent de s'effacer. Pardonner, c'est devenu compliqué.
J'ai pardonné pour oublier, j'ai pardonné pour avancer. Je peux plus décrocher tes appels.
Le mal reste grave dans ma chair.
Pardonner, pas oublier. Si je pleure, ça veut dire que tu as gagné. Quand ça j'ai pas fatigué. Moi j'avance au singulier, mais je vois ce que j'ai pensé. Mais je veux pas décrocher. Mais je veux pas décrocher. Mais je veux pas décrocher. C'est vrai j'ai pardonné. Mais je veux pas décrocher. Mais je veux pas décrocher. Mais je veux pas décrocher.
I would say
that's number 3.
that video put Berry Boys in out in a market outside of Cameroon. Like they look like some. I have so much energy after watching them like that.
I think that is also the point that Dr. Nkeng was making right away, right? The idea of going out there, out of their comfort zone. I don't even know where they shot the video, but I feel like the song to me totally feels like they went out of Cameroon and they went out of their normal creative.
Feels like luxury
to do this one, yeah. To do this song and to do the video, and I guess that's really that thing that we're talking about. What's the next level for Cameroon? And now I guess, yeah.
For me,
Yes.
I think I can change, right?
Yeah, let's
You
go
can
ahead.
change.
Just give us a song.
Yes.
Yes,
do it on the fly.
change.
Okay, so let's go with Phil, Mimi featuring Phil Beer.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That African Nations Cup song.
That's a good one.
Oh yo. I can just sing it for us. You don't need to play it.
That's a good one. That's a good one. It has energy.
But mine is still the best.
Is it 237 mode? Is it that one?
Yes,
Yes,
237.
237 mode.
Pas besoin de mots quand la danse parle. On peut secouer le corps quand la joie s'installe. 2, 3, 7 mood, les tambours résonnent. Mets un peu de balafon, tu connais l'ambiance. Pim pim. Trop de rythme dans la peau.
I don't want to get carried away because I already think it's time to vote.
Okay. So
can I have a pen,
let's
please?
vote.
So, we didn't tell Dr. Kim how he's going to vote, so maybe he doesn't have writing equipment.
Paper.
So, we all have some kind of writing equipment, either paper or a board or something that you could write a number for the one that you vote that is not yours. So you have to just write, and the number goes from the order in which we saw it. So mine was first, Eunice was second, ATM was third, and you were fourth. So you're going to vote for one of those numbers other than 4 for you, Dr. Nkeng, and then we're going to vote for a number other than ours. Yeah, as long as we see it, yes.
So what was the order again? Number 1 was
Anyang. Number 2 was
what
me.
was that song?
You were number 3.
Yeah,
Anyang
mine
was
was
with
Anyang, see, yours is
Nabila,
very
Iha.
visible.
number 1.
No, you don't forget Nabila.
Number 2 was Kameni. Number 3 was Alosh,
Berry
and number
Boy.
4 is
No, I would call number 3 Baby
Boy.
Boys. Alosh was blessed to be on that song, but Alosh is we'll get on it.
And number 4 is Few Beats. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody wrote their number.
So I got
Yes,
my number on the
number.
card. I'm ready.
Detection for
I'm
the-
ready.
you wanna explain
When
why we
everybody's
like
ready, when you guys are all ready, we can raise our cards. Are you guys all ready? Anya, are you
We're
ready?
all
Are you
ready.
counting down? That's how we know now for council ATM.
Okay,
Count
let
a
me
bit.
count down. Wait, I don't let
Count
no.
down.
Make I count down. So we go from 3 to 0. Yeah, 3,
Yeah.
2, 1, 0.
Wait.
I know si type will come on, yeah.
Only your own. Your own number way too.
Number
Number
two.
two.
Number 2.
Yay. See. Okay. So Dr.
Okay,
So, okay.
that's it.
You won.
Number 4 win.
Number 4 win.
So
How many number 4 they must see?
2 number
Number
4 the
4.
BBB.
Let's see that.
Man, the way that number 4 carry me, like I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of it. Like,
it's a good
and I feel
song.
like when it comes to Cameroon sounds, right? We're talking about Cameroon sounds here on the show. Like there is Pikutsi that has turned to Mbole, but there's a Bamleke sound, so that I feel like it's one of those sounds also that can really cross borders, that can really go international. There is something about this, it's energy, but it's also like the levels that you can go with the sound. It's like amazing, and they did a great job on that one. Maybe a few
Yeah.
days. All right, man. I think this is a moment when we come to the end of the show. Before we close it, we're just gonna make one last round to you, Dr. King. Any last word that you have before we close the show?
First of all, I just want to thank you guys, for creating a platform like this. It's going a long way in selling our culture out there and promoting the Cameroon industry. You guys are doing a good job, and just want to say to the Cameroonian filmmakers around the world who might not, have the facilities to do what they have to do, just keep doing what you have to do. No matter how small it is, keep working, keep moving. Even if you work at like Nyamangoro, but just keep working, just keep moving, one step at a time. That's the most important thing, because it doesn't matter how fast you work, but what matters is where you get at the end of the day. So yeah, stay loved, stay blessed, and peace out. Okay.
We take another
Another
shot.
shot.
That's it.
Where do we find you? Like your socials. Where do we find you?
Yeah, so Facebook,
True.
Dr. Nkeng Stephens, Instagram, Dr. Nkeng Stephens, YouTube, Dr. Nkeng Stephens. Basically, DRNKENG and Stephens, STEPHENS. Yeah.
I want to thank you so much. This is a great episode for us. This was very exciting for me, and want to thank you having another talented Bangwa person come to the show. We want to thank you so much. We really appreciate
like
it.
I've just I feel like I've just met my new friends, so definitely, you know, not mind if I still call and say, hey, what's up? Let's do this together, you know.
No,
Anytime.
definitely. We're ready.
Anytime.
We're ready. So we're ready, and we
Anytime.
really appreciate you taking the time. It's 2 a.m. there, 2:27, almost 2:30 a.m. Thank you so much for taking your time and doing this with us. We really appreciate it.
Okay,
Definitely.
Thank you. You guys stay blessed.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Say it
We
one more
take
time.
another
Another
Say
shot.
it
Another
again.
shot.
Let's see. Say.
Okay. We take
another shot.
Clarity.
Say thank you.
Thank you.